Welcome back. Today I am going to discuss invitations with you. I'll be taking an example of a birthday bash, invitation for a school annual function, invitation for a wedding, and inauguration. Let's get started with this. So, first of all, types of invitations. So, invitation can be formal, it can also be informal. Formal invitation further can be for a for inviting a group or large number of people. For example, a school annual function, it is for parents, so large number of people. It can also be for individuals, like if you want to invite a chief guest or a judge, any other dignitary. Then informal, it can also be for individuals, then for friends and relatives also. Now, most of the time, a formal invitation, when it is to be sent to a group, to large number of people, it is in the form of a card. When you have to invite a chief guest or judge or any other dignitary, so it is in the form of a formal letter. So this is in the form of a formal letter. The informal, now this side, it can both be in the form of a card or a letter. So it depends. You can even send a card, an informal card or an informal letter. So in this video, I'll be discussing the card format for formal invitations and the card format for informal invitations. The letter format I'll be discussing in the next video. So first, the important points in case of formal invitation. So in case of card format, I'll be giving you an example of informal also. So it should be simple and elegant card, proper presentation. Now here proper presentation from examination point of view means that you have to keep your card very neat. You can vary the font. You can have bold letters somewhere. You can have cursive writing somewhere. There's no need to use colors because it is going to take time. And as such, you have very less time, 3 hours. It's difficult for you to complete the paper in 3 hours. So stick to pencil and pen only. So mostly it should be pencil actually. Then a card, it should be written in third person. So instead of I, we, us, my, our, you should be using they and their. But these days, even the first person, it is accepted. Then do not use contracted forms. However, standard abbreviations, they are used, they are allowed. Write the subject matter in center setting style. So since it is a card, so center setting style that is preferred. The details like address, RSVP, dress code, if any, or any other instructions. So these details you can write either on the right side or on the left side. It is for the placement so that the card it looks presentable. Then write full names of the host and the guest with appropriate titles. Give all the details of date, time, and venue accordingly. Include name and a contact number and email for RSVP. Mention any special instructions like the dress code or strictly no gifts, whatever instructions you want to give according to the occasion. Then follow appropriate conventions regarding names. So these two conventions are given. Indian tradition is to write the names of the host like this: Mrs. Abha Sinha and Mr. Mohan Sinha, whereas the Western tradition it is Mr. and Mrs. Mohan Sinha. But you can choose any, you can pick any, both are acceptable. So here is the first question. So on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Swapan Chaudhary, 53 Circular Road, Nasik, the address is given. You have to draft an invitation for their relatives and for their friends on the occasion of 18th birthday of their son, Sahil. And you have to invent all the necessary details. The word limit is given 50 words. So here is the card. So first, you have to begin with the host. So who is hosting it? Mr. and Mrs. Swapan Chaudhary and this line. So this expression, one or two types of this expression you can remember and you will be good to go. You can write any card. So request the pleasure of your benign presence. Here comes the occasion. On the auspicious occasion of the 18th birthday party of their son. So just remember, first is the name of the host. After that, a line to express that how grateful you would be if they come and join. So request the pleasure of your benign presence on the auspicious occasion. After that, you have to give the occasion. So what is the occasion? And then comes the important details of date, time, venue, and in the end, it's always RSVP on one side and any special instruction on the other side. So this is the basic draft for a card. So Mr. and Mrs. Papan Chaudhary request the pleasure of your benign presence on the auspicious occasion of the 18th birthday party of their son Sahil. Then date, day, and time. So on 20th January 2020, you can have it XX like this here. So at 8 a.m. at Hotel Imperial Nasik. So date, time, and venue, everything is clear. Now on one side, RSVP and strictly no gifts, please. A special instruction, whatever you want to write. So this is a formal invitation card for a birthday party. Now you can have it in a little informal way also, like this. So come and join us to celebrate Sahil's 18th birthday on 20th January. So again, you can have XX here at 8 a.m. at Hotel Imperial Nasik. Program. So you can give the program also like this, cake ceremony and dinner. So if you remember in the previous card, we've just written that at 8 a.m. We haven't given the separate program, but you can always do it like this also. So cake ceremony at 7 and dinner is at 8. So this is the venue at Hotel Imperial Nasik. And below, again, the same thing. RSVP on one side and strictly no gifts, please. So the purpose of RSVP actually it is that in case any guest is not able to find the venue, so or he's not free at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. and wants to meet and give blessings or gifts or whatever at home only. So they can call the person, the host, and tell them, feel sorry for not joining them at 8 p.m. and would request them that if they could just come at home. So this is the purpose of RSVP. So therefore address and phone number is given. So here we can actually write the name of the person also. Sorry, I've missed that. So you will be writing here the name. Sorry. Let's go back. What is the name given? I've written here Mr. Swapan Chaudhary. So this name at RSVP here, it will come here. Mr. Swapan Chaudhary. And after that, you will write the address and the phone number. Like this. Okay. So now let's move on to the next question. So your school is going to organize 7th annual function on 15th January. On behalf of the management, staff, and students of the school, draft an invitation for the parents to join for the function. So invent all the details. So first on top, as I've said previously, the host, the management, staff, and students of Paradise Public School. The address is given. So Green Valley, Ace Road, Goa. Solicit the pleasure of your company. Again, remember such expression. So previous card, there's a different expression. So here it's a different expression. So you can remember and you can use any. Both will be correct. So solicit the pleasure of your company on the occasion of a 7th annual function of the school. So we have the host, we have the occasion, and we have now giving date, day, and time. And of course the venue. So on January 15 at 4 p.m. and this is school auditorium. So annual function, it is going to be held in the school auditorium. Now since it's an annual function, a school annual function, so there has to be a chief guest. So you have to write the name of the chief guest in the card. So Shri Harkirat Singh Bajwa, IAS ex-MLA, has consented to be the chief guest and give away the prizes. And below again, you'll end with RSVP and kindly be seated by 3:45 p.m. A special instruction on one side. So this will be a formal invitation for parents and for other people, the school who wants to invite. So this is a formal card. Now next example, it is on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Puneeta Agarwal. Again, the address is given 114 Sector 18B Chandigarh. Draft an invitation for the wedding. So this is a wedding invitation for their daughter Nilima with Saurabh, son of Mr. and Mrs. Ramesh Sethi Shimla, on 10th December. So the date is also given. Invent all the necessary details. So this is going to be a little detailed formal card, a wedding card. So now here again on top, the host. So who is the host? Mr. and Mrs. Puneet Agarwal request the pleasure of your company. Sorry, here I have of your company on the occasion. So the host, the occasion, and the occasion is wedding of their daughter Nilima with Saurav. So below Saurav, you have to write the name of Saurav's parents also. So son of Mr. and Mrs. Ramesh Sethi Shimla. Now comes date, day and time and the venue. So on Friday, December 10th, the date that is given in the question, at Hotel Ivy Chandigarh. Then since it is a wedding, so you have to give the program. So reception of Barat, dinner, wedding, and on next day it is Doli. So you have to invent all these things. So the program, after the program below, you will end the card again in the same way, RSVP on one side, and in case you want to write any special instruction, you can write otherwise with best compliments from all relatives and friends. And this will be the wedding card. Now, since wedding season is going on, so you must be having, in case you are having a wedding card and invite at your home, so you can pick that and just go through it. So, first on top, again, it'll be once again, let's do it a host. Then comes the occasion, whatever is the occasion, then give a detail of the occasion. So, it's wedding, the name of the daughter with the name of the groom, so Saurav, son of Mr. and Mrs. Ramesh Sethi, and after that, date, day, time, venue, the program, and RSVP. On one side, you can write any special instruction. Now let's move on to the next question. So this is MS Rai and Sons have opened a new boutique. So this is an inauguration. So Rai Fashion Boutique draft an invitation to invite friends and relatives and customers to the inauguration of the same. Invent all the relevant details. Now here you can see this is inviting friends and relatives. Now even the wedding, inviting friends and relatives. So it can be this one, it can be a formal card also and it can be an informal card also. Now since it's not mentioned in the question that it should be formal or informal, so you can make it in any way. So here is the first example. MS Rai and Sons announced the grand opening of their Rai fashion boutique. So here a different expression. So host MS Rai and Son announced the grand opening of their Rai fashion boutique at, so the address is given. What is the occasion? It is the inauguration. So again, you have to give date, time, and the venue. So venue here, of course, will be the same, the address, because it is inaugural. Now, since it is inaugural, someone is going to come to inaugurate it. So you have to give the name there. By celebrity model Sapna Chauhan. And all are cordially invited. So simple. You have to begin with the host. You have to announce that what it is. It is inauguration. So date, time, venue. Venue, of course, will be the address of the boutique. And since it is inauguration, so name of the person, the chief guest who's going to inaugurate it. So all are cordially invited. Then on again one side, RSVP. So here a special instruction on the other side. Since it is a boutique and it's inauguration, so the boutique, the owner would like to attract the people, would like to attract the customers. So avail inaugural discount of 20% on all items. So such instruction can be given on one side. Now, if this is a formal invitation, so a little informal with the same details like this. So please join us to celebrate the grand opening of our boutique, Rai Fashion Boutique, stylish apparel for smart women. You can write any tagline and you can draw stick figures like this if you can. So it's not necessary, but if you can do it like this. So by celebrity model Sapna Chauhan, give the details of date, time, venue, and you can write a note like this also. Inauguration will be followed by lunch. Then RSVP and avail inaugural discount, a special instruction on the other side. So it can be like this also. So I hope that drafting formal invitation in the form of a card and informal also in the form of a card is clear to you. Now the letter format I'll be taking up in the next video. So till then, share this video, like this video and subscribe to the channel. So bye for now and happy preparation.